full inhales. Long, complete exhales. Engaging the breath. Breathing deeper than we normally do. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Lifting the heart high so we sleep. And just begin to scan the body. Naturally, you've probably already begun doing it. Noticing where your tightness is. Noticing where the aches and the pains are. Noticing where the stagnant, heavy, lethargic energy is. And just start breathing with it. This is the beginning of our process of becoming aware. We can't change the things that we're not aware of. And so we first just become aware of ourselves and what's going on inside. And as you breathe, just remind your body, we're here to tend to the stuff. It's okay, body. Yes, I use you a lot. I might not take such good care of you, but we're taking care of you right now, body. Bear with me. Keep that breath moving steady. And that's how we communicate to our bodies. Our body is always communicating to us through sensation. And we are communicating back to the body system through our breath. So as we slow our breath down and we slow our bodies down, our mind also begins to slow down. See if you can start to create a light constriction at the back of your throat. Like when you were younger and you used to try to breathe like Darth Vader. Yes. Letting the breath sound very strong. You should feel a bit stronger as you breathe this way. So this is called Ujjayi breath. If you can keep Ujjayi breath through the course of our practice, you'll find that you get so much more out of what we do here. Let's take a big breath in. Arms go high overhead. Palms together at the top. And then exhale, hands down in between the eyebrows. May our practice cultivate thoughts of awareness. Hands in front of the mouth. May our practice cultivate speech with awareness. Hands in front of the heart. May our practice cultivate living with awareness. Take a nice big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, breathing out. Good. Again, big inhale. Hands still at heart center. Open mouth, breathing out. One more time. Big breath in, nice and full. Hold the breath. Sip in a little more air. Open mouth, breathing out. Let's inhale for a collective Om. Keeping those eyes closed and your awareness turned inward, moving very slow with a lot of awareness. Let's bring our hands down to the ground in front of us. Crawl forward. folding over your legs. Letting your spine rest, bringing your forehead to the floor. If your forehead happens to not make it all the way down, it's okay. You can bring your hands underneath the forehead. They can be flat palms, stacked, or you can make fists with your hands and stack those and rest your head on the tops of your fists. Yeah, good. Breathing into the hips and the lower back, the waist. If it's available for you, you can rock gently side to side with the upper body, just letting the torso sway from right to left. Breathing deep breath. I want to commend you for being here, for choosing to start your day this way. I know for myself personally, the days that start like this are the days that turn out, or I feel like I've turned out so much better. It's the days that I don't get up and start my day with a practice, that everything feels like it's going to shit. Nothing has changed on those days other than my yoga practice. Same problems, same struggles, same challenges, same belief system. That as I do my yoga practice more regularly, more consistently, the clarity that I have increases. Let's take a big breath in here. And exhale, walk hands over to the right. You could be up on your palms, you could be down on forearms, whatever works best for you in the moment. Yes, and just see if you can begin to use your breath. Yes, let the breath wash over the sensations that you feel. Breath washing over body. Try to keep those sit bones heavy to the earth here. So if you have the left sit bone coming up, maybe walk your hands back a bit and get both butt cheeks on the floor. Good. And then take that left hand, just crawl it a little farther away from you for 2 more breaths. Nice deep Ujjayi breath, lightly constricting the throat if you can. On an exhale, walk those hands to center. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, walking over to the left. Right hand close to the left hand. Maybe you're on the palms, maybe you're down on your forearms. Either way is fine. This isn't a competition. And we're not here to be better than anybody. We came to step into our best. We came to uncover our best. So don't worry about others. Keeping that awareness focused on yourself. Tuning into breath and body and practice. Still engaged in that Ujjayi breath. One more big breath in here. You can hear all your breathing. That's really wonderful. As you exhale, walk to center. Good. All right, take a big breath in here. And exhale, walk those hands back, sit up tall. Let's switch the cross of our legs. If you have one leg in front, bring it in back. Or if you have a leg on top, put it on the bottom. It should feel weird. Hands out by the sides, fingertips on the floor. And then crawl your fingertips out and away from you as far as they'll go. So the fingertips are barely touching the ground. Good. Drop the chin to the chest, but lift the heart high to the chin. Already getting into the neck and shoulders, feeling the back of the neck get long here. Just gently begin to look from right thigh to left thigh, nodding the head no. Staying with the breath. Take a big breath in. Exhale your head slowly over to the right side. Good. Learning the art of slowing down. It truly is an art nowadays, isn't it? To be able to slow down and really be in the moment. We're always so busy. There's always so much to do. So much to do that sometimes our to-do list turns into I don't want to do list. When we take time for ourselves to slow down and step back, and we give ourselves that space, we're much more inclined to do those tasks that we've been avoiding and putting off. If you like, take that right hand, reach it overhead, place it by the left ear. Gently tug. Something I find that my yoga practice gives me is a feeling of competence. It's like, oh, I can do this. It may be difficult and I may not do it so stellarly, but I can do this. Makes me feel competent. And then when I feel competent, I notice I start to feel confident. See, most of us are waiting for confidence to just land on us, and then we'll feel competent. But that's not how it works. Nod your head yes. Nod your head no. You do something, you feel good about it, like I did this, I can do this. You feel competent. That competence leads to you feeling confident. Big breath in. Release that right hand down. Exhale, chin to chest. Ooh, nodding the head no again. So looking from right thigh to left thigh. Before we go over to the other shoulder, let's slowly lift our head to neutral. Hands stay where they are. Take your chin, stick it out in front of you like a funky chicken, whatever that is. And then take your chin, lead with your chin, lift it up, 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 up. Point your chin to the ceiling of the room. And really reach your chin up, like jut the jaw out. You'll feel the throat stretch. Big breath in. And exhale, head to center. Big inhale here. Heart lifting high. Exhale, chin to chest. Slowly rolling the head over to the left side. Head hanging out heavy here. Good. Take that right hand and crawl the fingers back just a little bit. And if you like, take your left hand overhead, place it by the right ear. Maybe a gentle tug. Nodding the head yes and no if it feels good for your neck and shoulders. Big breath in, washing over you. Long breath out, we'll release that left hand down, roll the chin to the chest. Ooh, that was sudden. Sorry. Let's take both our hands behind the head, interlacing fingers together. So your hands go on the back of your head, above your hairline. Not on your neck, but above your hairline. Elbows drop in heavy to the face. Sit really tall, lift the heart high. And then drop the chin to the chest. So pulling with the weight of the arms, chin to chest. Okay. And then nodding your head no here if you like a little bit. Okay. Still staying connected to smooth and steady breath. Releasing the hands to the lap. Slowly lifting the head to neutral. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, keeping your torso steady, turn your head to look over that right shoulder as far as you can. As far as you can. Don't move the shoulders, just moving through the neck. Leading with your chin, maybe like we did when we lifted our head. And looking with the eyes as far to the right as you can as well. Notice if your shoulders want to engage, see if you can relax them. Let all the work be in your neck. Exploring range of motion. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Big inhale at center. Exhale over to the left. I know it seems so simple, but it's often the simple things in life that make it so profound. Keep breathing. Turning that head as much as you can. Relax those shoulders, let them soften and melt away from the ears. Heart lifted high, spine is tall. Neck is engaged. Eyes are also engaged, looking as far to the left as you can. Big inhale. Exhale to center. Right, hands out by your sides again. This time we're going to take the right arm high. Let's take the right arm high. And then walk that left hand out. Maybe palm flat. Take your time. You can bend the elbow. Slowly get the forearm down if it's available to you today. If it's not available to you today, totally fine. Work with what you got. Learn to start right where you are. One of my favorite quotes is by Zig Ziglar. He says, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. And most of us are waiting to start because we're waiting to feel confident. But we have to take action in order to feel competent, to feel confident. And through that journey that we begin, we end up finding our greatness. So see if you can tap into your willingness today to just breathe with whatever you're experiencing. Find that right rib cage, roll it back. Good. One more big giant inhale. Exhale, press the floor away, come all the way up. Ooh, let's switch sides. Left arm high, right hand down. Maybe walk the hand out, maybe not. Figuring out what works best for the body that you walked in here with today. If you're a live streamer and you're just rolling out of bed, take your time. I'm sure most of us in the room just rolled out of bed to get ourselves here. So we're with you. Good. See if you can take the left rib cage, roll it back a bit. Oh, breathe with what you're feeling. Don't think about it. Oh. Raise your hand if you already had that thought, I should do more yoga. I knew it. Big breath in. Exhale, press yourself up. Ooh, arms still wide. And we'll bring our arms together right over to left. Cross the elbows, wrap the forearms. Good. So as you cross the elbows, you bend them, and then the forearms will wrap. Good. So it's really common while you're practicing to have those thoughts, I should do more yoga. And it's good, you know that your body needs this. It's a good thing. But don't beat yourself up. You're here. You made it to class. Good. Elbows reach away from the chest. Hands go a little higher. Shoulders begin to melt down your back. Really reach elbows out and away from the heart center. Good. One more big breath in. Exhale, arms open wide. Big inhale here. Exhale, arms together. And left over right. So elbows should cross. When you bend them, forearms will wrap. If for some reason your elbows don't hook and you're kind of here, just going to pull that left arm across the front of your body. Right arm helps to pull it in. Good. Reaching the elbows out and away from you. Reaching those fingertips high to the ceiling. And then reaching down into the crevices of your body with your powerful, fluid breath. Cleaning house as we work out all those issues that have been stuck in our tissues. Shoulders relax. One more big breath in. Exhale, arms open wide. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Ooh, let's bring our hands behind us. Fingertips facing away from you. Good. Leaning back into those hands just a little bit. Not a lot, but just enough. Lift the heart high, roll those shoulder heads back. So don't just lift the heart. We're going to start by lifting heart, and then take your shoulders, roll them to the back of the room. Try to pull your shoulder blades in tight to the spine. You can look forward, you could look up. Oh, you could, well, it might be early to drop the head all the way back, but it feels good for you. It might rest right into the shoulders. as they're pulled into the spine. Good. Some of you may want to go further here. If you're feeling up for it already, we're going to lift those hips up off the ground. And maybe it might feel nice to drop the head back here. But tuck your tailbone under a lot, press the groin forward. And again, if that's too much for you, you can just stay seated, lifting the heart, rolling shoulder heads back. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever you are. I have short little arms, so I have to prop myself up on my hands rather than being flat here. Good. Ready, lower your bottoms down on that last breath. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. And let's put our hands on our knees. We'll make big circles over the legs. As you lean forward, shine your heart out in front of you. As you come up and back, round your back to the back of the room, tucking tailbone. Sort of adding a cat and cow element to these spinal rotations. Switching the direction of your rotation. Taking your time as you move, making sure that your breath is still really fluid, syncing breath and movement, breath and body together, creating alignment. I find the more I am aligned on the inside, the more I can recognize and see alignment out in my world. When you're ready, stop at center, hands to the floor. Let's crawl forward onto the hands and knees. Sometimes my life is so misaligned, I want to start reaching out to fix things. That never works. I always better reach inside and align myself. So let's start here. Tabletop and close together. Take the inhale, right knee goes up and onto the right. And exhale, bring that right knee down. Again, inhale, lift. Try not to lean to the left. Stay centered. Exhale, right knee comes down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, to the left. Good. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lift. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Roll up. Right heel rolls down to the ground. Left foot swings out behind you. And we'll take the right arm high. Nice modified side plank. You want to make sure that your left wrist is right underneath your left shoulder. Your left hand and your left knee are lining up. That left knee should be underneath your left hip. Right foot is flat and right toes facing the wall that you're looking at. Press really firm into the outer edge of your right foot. And then find the front of your left foot, press it forward, roll the right ribcage back. And then see if you can put your tailbone down towards that right heel. Good. Big breath. Big movement of the body here. Just open up. One more big breath in. Exhale, right hand and right knee down to the ground. Good. When you're ready, you'll sit back for a child's pose. Just give your spine a moment to neutralize. Do we need a light? So just remember that at any time during our practice, you're welcome to come to child's pose. This time is about you. It's your body, it's your practice, it's your choice. So you'll make this as challenging or as easy as you like it. Your yoga class is really up to you, what you make of it. When you're ready, let's come on up, tabletop once again. Good, knees are about hip distance apart. Inhale, left knee up and out to the side, lift it high. Notice if you're leaning to the right. Let's exhale, bring the knee down. Try to keep weight in that left hand as you inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Good, inhale, lifting that knee high to the side. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then send that left foot to the back of the mat. Roll the left heel down so the foot is flat. Good, right foot swings out behind you, top of that right foot flat, the left arm goes high. Good, so you want your right knee directly underneath your right knee. Just look down, make sure your right thigh is going straight up and down. Then look back and make sure left foot is lined up with the right knee. Press really firm into the outer edge of that left foot and toes point to the left. Good. Now notice if that right hand is out a little far away from you, bring it right underneath your shoulders so you feel extra supported. Point your tailbone back towards your left heel. Good. Find the front of that right hip, press it forward quite a bit. Oh yeah, you got it. Good. Breath washing over the body. Just taking your time to enjoy the process. Smell like essential oils. Big breath in. Exhale, left hand and left knee to the ground. Good. Sit back, child's pose. Good. While we're here, let's take those hands back by the feet. Just right by your sides, palms turned up. So if your knees are wide, I want you to bring them a little closer together. They don't have to get all the way together. Just bring them in a little. So hands can go back by the feet comfortably. Good. And then you'll roll up onto the top of your head. Lift your bottom high. And then once you're there, take the tops of your hands and press them down into the ground. So you should feel your shoulder blades rounding and activated, but stretching. Let the weight come forward towards your head. Really roll the energy upward and lift that bottom high and towards the top of your mat for 2 more breaths here. Arms are engaged, pressing hands into the earth. Last big inhale. Exhale, slowly roll the bottom down. Inhale, slide those hands out in front of you. Come on up, tabletop. Knees to the edges of the mat, tops of the feet flat. Good, so knees wide to the edges, tops of the feet flat. Big inhale, right arm goes high. Exhale, bring that right arm down, thread it all the way to the left. Head and shoulder come to the earth. Let's hang out here. Good, now see if you could tuck your right shoulder under you just a little bit more, scoot it to the left a tiny bit. Lovely. And then left hand presses the floor away to roll that heart up towards the ceiling. Then take your hips, pull them to the right side just ever so slightly. I don't want us to get into our shoulders a bit more, so if you like to explore with me, take that left arm straight out towards the top of your mat. Palm flat on the ground. Good, and then walk that left hand as far to the right as it will go. That left arm might go behind the left ear, maybe not. Either way is fine. Keep pulling the hips to the right. Keep that breath real steady. 3 more breath cycles here. Just getting into the ribs and the torso, underneath the armpit and shoulder blade. Good, slide that left hand back in front of your face if you moved it. Press into the floor with the left hand. Lift the torso, right arm goes high. Open up as we breathe here. Now reach that right arm tall, roll the right rib cage back, and then find the front of your left hip, press it forward and slightly to the right. Good, big inhale. Exhale, right hand down to the ground. Ooh. Knees together. Sit back, child's pose. So pacing ourselves this morning. We will get into some vinyas, some flow. But we want to be gentle with our bodies in the morning. We want to be gentle all the time, but especially in the morning, easing our way into our process. Good. Last big inhale here. Exhaling up, tabletop. Knees go wide to the edges of the mat. Big inhale, left arm high. And then exhale, bring the left arm down, thread it behind the right. Head and shoulder on the floor. Take that left arm, scoot it to the right just a bit more, tuck it under you. And then right hand can stay where it is, pressing ground away. Or you can take that right hand to the top of the mat, palm flat. Walk your right hand to the left as far as it'll go. Hips are gonna make their way to the left side of your mat. The tendency here is for the hips to want to sway to the right, so pull them to the left. Do your best to open up that chest and breathe, big breath. Bringing life and vitality back into your body. We spend too much time getting lost in the movement of our mind and not enough time finding ourselves in the fluidity of our breath. One more big inhale. Good, exhale, bring that right hand back in front of your face if you moved it. Inhale, press the ground away, left arm goes high, reach tall, breathing there. Good, really roll that left rib cage back, quiet a bit. Front of the right hip pressing forward into the left. One more big breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Good, bring the knees back under you so they're not wide. Tuck the toes under, hips go up and back, downward dog. Woo. Oh, let's step the feet to the edges of the mat. Give yourself a little extra room here today. Make sure that your hands are flat and firm, pressing through the center of your palms. Press through the fingertips and all the finger pads. Press through your thumbs and your index fingers so that your arms are really engaged and you're using all of your hand and not just the base of your palm. Pressing the floor away from you so the hips go back and up high. Roll the legs down to the heels, reaching them to the earth. Let the hips sway gently side to side. There we go. 2 more breaths. Walk those feet all the way up to the hands. Feet could still be wide if you're feeling a bit tight this morning, which is normal. You've been laying in a bed for many hours. The body is a bit stiff, so give it some time. Maybe even bend in those knees if you're just feeling too tight today. Let the upper body sway gently side to side. Good, all right. Let's see if we can take some of the weight that you have in your heels, bring it forward towards the balls of your feet so the legs get longer. And then the hands go behind the back, interlacing fingers together. For some of us, palms will be squeezing in, and for some of us, palms will be open and away. Either way is fine. Take those hands up and overhead towards the ground. Maybe bend your knees to find a little more depth if necessary. Let those arms gently sway side to side. Not thinking about your process, just breathing through your process. Release those hands down to the ground. Palms flat on your mat if you can reach. If not, fingertips or whatever can get there. Turn those toes out, bend the knees. Let's come down for a squat. Good. So we're going to move up and down, and I want you to try to keep your hands anchored to the earth if that's possible. So we'll take an inhale, come up to your forward fold, turn the toes in. And then exhale, turn the toes out, bend the knees, lower down. Just starting to lubricate the hips and the knees. Inhale, come up. Toes come in as you fold. Exhale, roll those toes out, bend the knees, sink down. A few more. Inhale, you should feel those hips getting warm. Exhale, toes turn out, pivot on the heels, lower down. Heart lifts, good. Inhale, hips up high, folding deep. Exhale, toes turn out, find your squat. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale, moving with breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good, last one. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Good. All right, let's hang out in our squat. If you can, you're going to lift your bottom just for a moment. Bring your arms behind your knees. Sit down on those forearms and squish them. Yeah, so not from in front of you, behind you. Good. But from behind you. Yeah. Good. Now I want you to take your hands and squeeze them, make fists, and like you're flicking water off, open them, and just repeat it. We'll do that a bunch of times. How about 20 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Open those hands big. Good. Release the legs. Folding forward. Let those arms shake themselves out if you need to. Feel all that blood flow in those forearms and wrists. Good. Plant the palms. Walk it back. Downward dog. Good. Big inhale here. Let's take that right knee. We're going to bend it gently. And just encourage that left heel for the floor. Good. And then if you like, take that right knee, point it to the left side of the room. So hips begin to sway to the right. Continuing to work your way into that rib cage. Beautiful breath. Keep it steady. Good. Straighten that right leg, finding center. Bending left knee. Just hang out here. Encourage right heel to the earth. Stretch out that lower leg. Make sure your head is hanging heavy, neck is relaxed. And then we'll take our left knee pointed to the right side of the room. Hips will sway to the left, and your chest will turn open slightly to the right. One more big breath in. Exhale to center. Big inhale here. Let's exhale, step that right foot all the way up by the right hand. Plant it lightly. Left knee goes down. Good. Hips are going to hang real heavy. Heart is going to lift. Good. So you can be up on fingertips. You can be on the tops of your fists. If you need to, you can move that right foot a little wide. Let's actually all do that. Right foot goes wide. Right hand to the inside of that right foot. It'll give you a whole lot more room. Good. Now let gravity do its job, taking the weight of your body towards the earth. Hips are heavy. Just let them relax. Good. Let's bring that right hand up to the right thigh, just above the knee. Pressing palm into the thigh. Roll the heart up and look over that right shoulder. Twisting through the torso. Hips are heavy. Heart is rolling up high. Find that left rib cage, pull it towards the right thigh. Big breath in, long breath out. One more, big inhale, and exhale to center. Good, plant the palms, right foot goes back to meet the left for your downward dog. Good. Taking your time, just slowly waking that body up. Big inhale. Step the left foot all the way through. Plant it as lightly as you can. Good. All right, and we're going to take that left foot wide again. Give yourself the room. The hips are heavy. Heart is lifted high. You may be on flat palms. You may even lower down onto forearms. You might be rested on the tops of your fists. That's okay too. Might feel nice to let those hips sway side to side a little. And then we'll take our twist. Left hand to the left thigh, just above the knee. Palm flat into the thigh. Press into the leg, roll the heart up high. Try not to let that right shoulder buckle in. Keep it underneath you. Good. Press into the thigh, roll that heart up. Encourage right rib cage towards left thigh. Good. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Ooh, plant the palms, left foot back to meet the right. Downward dog. Good. Let's keep working our way into those hips and legs. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot all the way through, plant it lightly. Left knee down. Move that right foot to the right again. Good, and then let's roll onto the outer edge of that right foot. Good. So it looks like this. You're just gonna splay out a little. Some of us will have a lot of range of motion, some of us not so much. Either way is fine. Just let that knee splay out. And then if you'd like a little more, walk to the left. So walking away from that right leg, it's really opening the hips. Oh yeah, breathe. The moment that you have that sour look on your face, remind yourself, oh, I need to breathe right now. Big breath in. Exhale, walk to center. Put that right foot flat. Plant the palms. Make your way back to downward dog. Good. Big breath in here, left leg high. Exhale, left foot all the way through, plant it lightly. Right knee down, untuck those toes. Good. So left foot is a little wide. Left hand is on the inside if you haven't done that yet. And then, when you're ready, rolling out onto the outer edge of that foot. And if you like, walk those hands to the right a few steps. So just walking away from your bent leg. Exploring. Letting those hips open, not by thinking about how tight they are, but rather breathing with what you're feeling. One more, giant breath in. Exhale to center. Ooh, plant those palms and the foot. Let's make our way back to downward dog. All right, big inhale, right leg goes high. And then we'll bend that right knee, foot hangs out heavy to the left. Big breath in. Exhale, right foot all the way through, plant it lightly. By the right hand, good. Make fists with your hands this time, rest on the tops of your fists. Hips are heavy and low. So if you can, you'll keep that right leg under you and right hand on the outside. If you need more room, you can move that right foot wide, but I recommend keeping it under you. And then rock forward and back with those left toes. There you go. If you're feeling ready to begin to challenge yourself and build a bit more heat, extend that right arm long to the front of the room. So you just got that left arm supporting you now, right leg working a bit. As your hips are low, engage that left leg. See if you can take the back of your left knee and press it up to the ceiling. Don't forget to breathe. One more big breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Plant the palms. Inhale, right leg goes back and all the way up high. Exhale, right foot down next to left. Ooh, big inhale. Long exhale. That's it. Inhale, left leg high. Bend that left knee. Foot hangs out heavy to the right. Good. So your chest turns open slightly to the left. Big, giant inhale. Left leg comes all the way through on the exhale. Plant that left foot lightly. Making fists with your hands, resting on the tops of them. Hips drop low. So this left butt cheek needs to drop down as low as the left knee. Good, and then use your right toes to rock forward and back just ever so slightly. If you want more of a challenge, left arm reaches to the front of the room. Engaging that left leg a bit more. See if you can really press down into the earth through the left foot. Back side of the right knee pressing up to the ceiling. Last big breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Plant those palms. Left foot goes back and all the way up high. And left foot down next to the right. Big breath in. Exhale, knees down. Inhale your shoulders forward past your wrist. And then we'll exhale, lower chest and chin to the earth. Inhale, push up, tabletop. Exhale, back, downward dog. Good. A few more times, just like that. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward and down, elbows in. Inhale, push up. Exhale, press back. Good, inhale, tabletop. All right, hang out here. So people often have a hard time with this one. If you have a look at me, they'll come forward and they'll end up here. If you're like stuck, like, oh, my forearms want to go down. Don't go back. You need to go forward. Yes, it's going to require some muscle. Come forward if you need to, more to get that chest down. So come all the way down. Good, now push all the way up. Oh God, don't you love me now? Downward dog. One more, inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward as much as you need to and down. Let's hang out here. Good, we're gonna slither the chest through. Drop those hips down. Bring those feet close together. Hands right underneath your chest, or your shoulders rather. Good, and then lift the heart high. Elbows in by your sides. Lift the feet too. Good, don't forget to breathe. And maybe try to smile. There you go. Aren't you so glad you came to yoga today? Yes. The life that you want, the health and the well-being that you are seeking, it exists just on the other side of this work that we're doing here. So see if you can stay in the moment, stay in the room. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Head, shoulders, and chest, feet to the ground. Inhale, push up, tabletop. Exhale, back, downward dog. Big breath in, long breath out. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale into your little back bend. Good, lifting feet this time, hands behind the back. Reach those hands all the way to the feet. See if you can point out your toes and lift from the thighs. Don't forget to breathe. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. One more big breath in. Exhale, feet down, hands down, chin to the ground. Inhale, push up, tabletop. Exhale, back, downward dog. Big inhale, long exhale. Good. Inhale, tabletop. Yes, exhale, forward and down. Inhale, belly down, chest up. Good. So now we're going to use our arms to push up a little bit. Bring your legs close together and just lift like half of what you normally would. Elbows bent, half. Feel that lower back and middle back working. Elbows in tight, shoulders way back and down. Big breath in, long breath out. Big inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up, tabletop. Exhale, back, downward dog. Woo, big inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forward and down. Good. Lower the belly, lift the chest. Hands underneath you. We're gonna lift 90% of the way. So come almost all the way up. That means elbows are gonna be bent even though you wanna straighten those arms. See if you can roll those shoulder blades into the spine. Pulling those shoulders back quite a bit. Letting those shoulders drop down and away from the ears. Good. Heart lengthening out. One more big inhale. Exhale, lower chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, push up, tabletop. Exhale, back, downward dog. Woo. Big inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot all the way through, plant it lightly. Good, let's keep that left knee lifted. Inhale, arms high. Good, exhale, hands to the heart. Just sink low. Keep the heart lifted. Big bend in that right knee. Reach the right knee forward and then press that left heel back. Good, point the tailbone down. Good, in fact, let's bend that left knee just a little bit and then really tuck your tailbone under a lot. Keep it tucked, then straighten that left leg. Ooh, big inhale. Exhale, lower that left knee like you're gonna touch the ground. Ooh, inhale, straighten it. Exhale, lower it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Keep that tailbone tucked. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to the ground. Ooh. Inhale, that right leg goes back and all the way up high. Exhale, bend that right knee. Foot hangs out heavy to the left. Inhale, right leg tall. Exhale, right foot all the way through. Once again. Yeah, right side still. Roll that left heel down. That wasn't a mistake. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. So left toes are turned out to the left. Good, let's take that left arm high. Oh, really bring that right butt cheek under you. Yeah, right hand could be on the inside or the outside of your right foot. And again, let that right butt cheek drop as low as the right knee. Press down really firm into the outer edge of your left foot. Don't forget to breathe. It got real quiet. One more, big breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Ooh, roll onto the ball of your left foot, drop the knee. Untuck the toes. Wiggle that right foot over to the left hand. Yes, drop that right knee by your right hand. So right foot may need to come all the way back by the hip for you to get your right hip down. So you might need to wiggle that foot back. If you can, it'll go forward. But we're going to be centered as best as we can on those hips. If you're leaning a lot to the right or your right butt cheek is far from the ground, put a blanket or a block or something under it. Walk those hands back beside you for a moment. Lift the heart high. And then we'll exhale, walking out, folding over the leg. This pose has many, many names. Sleeping pigeon, sleeping swan, whatever it's called. Just enjoy the benefits of it. Who cares what it's called? People get so hung up on the names. They get hung up on, but do you know the Sanskrit name? Doesn't matter whether you know the Sanskrit or not, whether you understand the traditions or not, this practice can still work its magic on you. So I want you to do your best to really sink into this one. Make sure that your knees feel safe. Good. So we can do a seated version for you. Hands will go back. And then you might have to lift your butt, put that right foot there. Yeah, you can do that too. On the forearms or the hands, either one. That might give you more room if you need it. Okay, good. Good, you feeling it? Yeah. Okay, good. Just breathing there. Wherever you are, find that breath. It's so easy for us, we're so conditioned to feel something and go, oh my God, and just start panicking, right? Or start thinking and judging, comparing, criticizing, complaining, whatever it is.